Just when you thought you could turn your back and walk away, the dark cloud of human indignity follows you. You have no choice but to turn and look it in the eye. It's the sex offender hit list.
Michigan. A Lee Township man has been arrested and charged for alleged crimes against children. The Allegan County Sheriff's Office says investigators with the Michigan State Police were informed in April about a person who had been frequently uploading and obtaining child sexual abuse material. The information was forwarded to the County Sheriff's Office there, who says that 33-year-old Casey Allen Letts was identified as the suspect. We're told county prosecutors authorized 33 charges against Letts, including aggravated child sexual abuse material, criminal sexual conduct, and using a computer to commit a crime. He was arraigned on September 10th, and he's still awaiting his first court hearing with no bond. 39-year-old Carlos Juan Rodriguez is facing serious charges after a Collier County Sheriff's Office investigation uncovered evidence of video voyeurism and possession of child sexual abuse material. The investigation, conducted in partnership with the Southwest Florida Intercept Task Force and the Internet Crimes Against Children's Task Force, revealed that Rodriguez was uploading and transmitting child sexual abuse material to his social media accounts. The disturbing content included images and videos depicting children as young as infants engaged in sexual acts or being victimized. Detectives also discovered videos of a child taking a shower that Rodriguez secretly recorded and then shared online. Following a search warrant executed at his residence, Rodriguez was arrested Thursday. The search uncovered additional evidence of suspected child sexual abuse material on his cell phone. This investigation remains ongoing.
Now get in there!
Springfield, Illinois. The Illinois State Police report that 6 Central Illinois men were arrested after an extensive investigation for alleged internet crimes against children, including possession and dissemination of child sexual abuse materials. Robert W. Retzloff, 45, of Taylorville, was arrested September 5th on 8 counts of dissemination of child sexual abuse material, a Class X felony. Retzloff is being held at the Christian County Jail. And as a result of 5 additional child exploitation investigations in Sangamon County, the ISP agents arrested 5 men between September 18th and 19th. Second, we've got Nicholas R. Hackworth, a 20-year-old, and he's from Springfield. He's being charged with 12 counts of possession of child sexual abuse material. Then we've got Daniel McBride, a 22-year-old of Springfield, also charged with 13 counts of dissemination of child sexual abuse material, as well as 2 counts of dissemination of child sexual abuse material. Then we have Cam A. Metzger, a 37-year-old of Springfield, charged with 12 counts of possession of child sexual abuse material. And now Stephen K. Peak, a 20-year-old of Springfield, also charged with 3 counts of dissemination of child sexual abuse material, as well as 2 counts of possession of child sexual abuse material, another Class 2 felony. So we've got a couple Class X and a couple Class 2s. And now we're going to move on to Giancomo A. Percarlo, the third, a 23-year-old of Springfield, charged with 2 counts of dissemination of child sexual abuse material and 10 counts of possession of child sexual abuse material, the Class 2 felony. What a buttload of chomos. Missouri. A Moberly man was charged with 3 felonies after he was accused of sexually assaulting a child. Tony Ham Jr., 33-year-old, was charged on Friday with statutory sodomy of a child younger than 12, sexual misconduct involving a child younger than 15, and second-degree kidnapping. He's being held at the Randolph County Jail without bond, and an arraignment is scheduled for 1:30 p.m. tomorrow on Monday. Ham allegedly sexually assaulted a youth on September 15th and kept the child from leaving the room of the assault. Ham allegedly told the child not to tell the child's mother about the assault, or he would kill him.
My mother told me there'd be days like this.
A tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children led to the arrest Thursday of a 25-year-old Odessa man on a child sexual abuse material charge. According to a Texas Department of Public Safety report, after special agents received a tip from the center, they obtained search warrants for certain email addresses and discovered more than 1,000 child sexual abuse material images and videos. A special agent interviewed the man associated with the email addresses, Joe Angel Lara, and he confessed he's been viewing hundreds of child sexual abuse material since he was 15 years old on the dark web. Despite knowing it was wrong, he gave agents permissions to search his apartment, and they found a cell phone with child sexual abuse material on it. Lara was arrested on suspicion of possession and promotion of child sexual abuse material, a third-degree felony punishable by 2 to 10 years in prison. He remains in Ector County Jail on a $20,000 surety bond. Over to Kansas. A 33-year-old male has been arrested after the Hutchinson Police Department conducted an undercover operation into the solicitation of a child for sex. Just after 9:30 in the morning on Wednesday, members of the Hutchinson Police Department's Special Operations and Investigations Bureau completed an investigation into a juvenile sex offense. Officials say that this chomo, David A. Johnson of Hutchinson, was arrested for indecent solicitation of a child, as well as sexual exploitation of a child and electronic solicitation. Officials say Johnson engaged in lengthy conversations with officers who Johnson believed to be a juvenile. Johnson went to a local residence to meet up with the juvenile to engage in sexual activity, but of course instead he met up with police officers who arrested him. See ya, chomo.
I'd like to know what dirty stool pigeon squealed on me.
Florida. A Marion County man was arrested on Wednesday and is facing multiple charges after refusing to return a teen to his parents following a sleepover. 58-year-old Carl Philip Lombardo was refusing to return a 15-year-old teen to his parents after a sleepover at his home in Ocala. Lombardo had returned the teen's siblings earlier that day, but refused to return the 15-year-old. The sheriff's office said that the children would have sleepovers at Lombardo's house, sometimes staying for multiple days at a time. The 15-year-old was eventually returned to his parents, but deputies said multiple of the children said they were touched inappropriately by Lombardo. The sheriff's office also says Lombardo was taking nude photos of some of the children and exposing himself to them. He even offered the mom at one point $5,000 to purchase the children. The sheriff's office fears these may not be the only kids they should be worried about. They feel like he has more than just these victims that they found in the case, because the sheriff's office was told by the kids that they met Lombardo when he was their volunteer basketball coach. And his neighbor said he's been seeing kids come and go over the last several months. He said he just started having young children popping up at his house and coming over because I guess he had made some kind of special friendship with them at the ballpark across the street. I had a strange gut feeling that something was going on, he also said. In Lombardo's phone, deputies found photos depicting child sexual abuse material of a young child, numerous images of him cuddling with the children, and pictures of their feet. Deputies said that he had a pattern of keeping the children at his home for multiple day stays and doing inappropriate things to them. He would also coerce the child victims through gifts, isolation, and threats. Deputies said Lombardo was facing human trafficking of a child for commercial sexual activity, interference with child custody, lewd or lascivious molestation of a victim less than 12 years of age, lewd or lascivious molestation of a victim between 12 and 16 years of age, lewd and lascivious exhibition, 2 counts each of production of child sexual abuse material, as well as possession of child sexual abuse material. According to the Marion County Sheriff's Office, Lombardo has been arrested and transported to the Marion County Jail, where he remains without bond. See ya, Chomo. San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department officials report that on September 18th, the Specialized Investigations Division Crimes Against Children Detail concluded an undercover chat operation. During the operation, Claudio Bentoncourt responded to a posting on an anonymous chat site by an undercover detective with the Crimes Against Children Detail, and Bentoncourt initiated a conversation with the detective who was pretending to be a 14-year-old girl. Bentoncourt arranged to continue communicating with the undercover persona outside the original chat platform under the username SpicyBurrito15. During communication, Bentoncourt agreed to meet the undercover persona to engage in sexual activity. At the conclusion of the investigation, Bentoncourt was arrested and booked at the High Desert Detention Center in El Delanto for a violation of Protection Law, 288C, which is lewd acts upon a child 14 or 15 years old, as well as contacting a minor to commit a felony, and arranging to meet a minor for a lewd purpose, and he's being held in lieu of $250,000 bail.
I'm gonna give you solitary confinement for 99 years.
The Fontana Police Department officers arrested a 49-year-old Upland man on child sexual abuse material charges. Detectives from the Internet Crimes Against Children's Task Force discovered that this chomo, Alex Dominguez, was allegedly downloading and distributing child sexual abuse material over the internet. On September 14th, a search warrant was served at Dominguez's residence in the 1300 block of Clark Street, and during that search warrant, detectives seized multiple electronic devices. Evidence relating to the downloading and distribution of child sexual abuse material was located, according to the police. Dominguez was subsequently taken into custody and booked immediately into the West Valley Detention Center, where he belongs. See ya, chomo.
My sight. Get out of my sight.
You come on this property again, you'll be
Don't
arrested.
tell me what to do, bitch.
Hey.
You don't have the right to tell me what to do.
Hey, sir. What does it say? Private property. Private property, bro.
Yeah, well, you can go to hell, too.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, I hope you got that on video, too. I got tricked.
You did that.
When a child experiences trauma, they can be stripped of their ability to imagine. But imagination is colors. All the colors. Imagination is freedom. And whatever you want it to be. But a child without imagination is not a child at all. Will you help defend our right to imagine?